All right, I'm going to talk about this. Kirk Herbstreit is a fucking loser just because of the fucking rant that he went on. Let's talk about him. All right, so I know I'm fucking late. I don't care. Kirk Herbstreit went on an unhinged rant because he's getting called out because of his opinion because Florida State got left out. If you guys didn't know, they went 13-0 and got left out. Kirk Herbstreit brings up the 2000 Miami Hurricanes. Motherfucker. Nobody in the country that year was beating Oklahoma. In fact, Miami would have lost worse. Ken Dorsey is a fraud of a quarterback. He got carried by the weapons around him. And it's a fact. Ken Dorsey was literally carried by the weapons around him. He was not a good quarterback at Miami. He was carried. He was fucking carried. Oklahoma would have blown their ass out. It would not have been any fucking close. Would not have been close. Wouldn't have been close. Like, God. That Miami team ate shit. Oh, and it's also very clear that Kirk Herbstreit is a fucking USC homer. So, I remember he called a few USC games this year, and he sucked the Trojans off. He sucked them off. He always fucking does. Like, I tried warning Florida State fans. I tried warning you guys about Kirk Herbstreit and his bias because he homers for Miami and he definitely hates Notre Dame. I could tell you he fucking hates Notre Dame because he was homering for Duke when they played Notre Dame. He homered for USC when they played Notre Dame. I don't blame him for homering Ohio State because, well, he played at Ohio State. He literally played there. But the homers for Clemson, you fuck Clemson. Fuck Clemson. So yeah, if you guys did not know, Florida State, Kirk Herbstreit has been very vocal about Florida State, and he's been like, I don't think they should be in the playoff. He literally has been all about Florida State. In fact, he went on this one rant on the Pat McAfee show. Granted, Pat McAfee, I love you. I love Pat McAfee. But Kirk, shut the fuck up, dude. Just shut the fuck up. I was already losing respect for you because of the anti-Notre Dame agenda that you always fucking push. Now this happened, and now I lost all my respect for him. I already lost respect for Joel Klatt. Now I lost respect for Kirk Herbstreit. And I cannot wait till game day goes to South Bend on November 9th because I know damn well LSU is going to be a letdown this year. This upcoming year, I think LSU is going to be a letdown, and then they lose, and then Alabama is going to road grill them. Notre Dame, Florida State is going to be the best game that week. Guarantee you. Like, and Notre Dame fans hate Kirk Herbstreit. I can tell you guys that as well. Notre Dame fans definitely hate Kirk Herbstreit. We don't like Herbie. We don't. Oh, and Kirk Herbstreit's like, key injuries matter. And I'm like, so why is Texas in? Why do you think Texas is a top 14? Because their two best offensive players are not going to play against Washington. Jonathan Brooks tore his ACL, and Xavier Worthy left that Big 12 championship game in a boot and is probably not playing against Washington. I don't expect Worthy to play. I think Texas is fucked in that game. I think Washington runs them out of the stadium. I think Florida State with a backup quarterback is better than Texas with their starter. Texas doesn't have a run game because Brooks is hurt. They don't have, other than Mitchell, because now Worthy's hurt. They don't have a deep threat. And their defense, other than T'Vondre Sweat, it isn't any good. Like, when they played a good quarterback, Dylan Gabriel, they got lit the fuck up. Will Howard, who is mid, lit them up. Will Howard. Will Howard. I watched a lot of Texas games this year. That team didn't look like a playoff team. Why are they at free? One win. One fucking win. And it was their win over Alabama. Other than that, they have no quality. I am taking the Huskies to beat them. I am taking the Huskies in that game because it's fucking Texas. They're a fraud. Anyways, Notre Dame, the entire damn defense seems like it's coming back. Riley Mills and Howard Cross recently announced they're coming back. Jack Kaiser's coming back. Benjamin Morrison's a sophomore. I think Xavier Watts is going to come back. Losing J.D. Bertrand and Cam Hart are going to hurt, but, you know, same with Javonte Jean-Baptiste, but I do expect him to play. I also expect Bertrand to play. We added R.J. Oben from Duke. We added Riley Leonard at quarterback. That's a big add. Notre Dame next year should be in the playoff. Should be. I'm going to say this right now. Week 0. Florida State's playing Georgia Tech in Ireland. Game day is going there. Game day is going across the pond. Florida State fans are already booking tickets and booking flights for Dublin. They're already doing it in the masses. I've been waiting to do my Notre Dame talk, but I figured because of Kirk Herbstreit, I'm gonna do it here. Y'all know my opinion on Florida State is positive. I'm not mad that they got left out. I'm just disappointed. I'm disappointed they got left out. Disappointed. I think disappointed would be perfect for Florida State. Now, don't get me wrong. If I really wanted them in, I would have been pissed. But I didn't really want them in as big as all the other Florida State fans. But I was one of those, like, I don't think this team's beating anyone for backup. Now, I hope they go out and prove it that they can beat, like, the Georgias, the Michigans, the Alabamas, the Texases, even though I think they would beat Texas with fucking backup, or the Washingtons of the world. I feel like they could. They would beat Texas with a backup. It's the other three that I don't know about. Actually, they might beat Michigan because because Harbaugh didn't send Stallions to steal their signs. Harbaugh can't steal anyone's signs. Harbaugh didn't even send Stallions to Alabama or Texas. I don't think he did it with Washington. He did it with Oregon, but he didn't do it with Washington. Like, I think that if Florida State beats Georgia, could we legitimately see for the first split of the championship since 2003? Could we see it? 2003, USC would have beat LSU. I fucking hate USC. You guys know that. They would have beat LSU. They would have. Also, an Auburn fan told me Auburn got left out in 2004 when they went undefeated. I immediately told him Auburn wouldn't have fared much better against USC. They wouldn't have. USC would have done the same thing, if not worse, to Auburn. It didn't matter. USC was going to win that championship, and I fucking hate USC too. No one was beating that USC team, even though we know what they did. They, Reggie Bush. We know. Everyone knows. I'm not going to explain what they did because everybody knows what they did. Anyways, I'm going to talk about Reggie Bush. Reggie Bush is in the College Football Hall of Fame. Give him the fucking Heisman back. I hate Reggie Bush with a burning passion. Reggie Bush is probably my most hated college analyst because I can't. Big Noon is so pro USC. I can't watch them. I won't watch Big Noon when they're pro USC. Game day ever goes to USC, and we're not going to watch because they're going to just homer for USC the entire time. Because y'all love to say ESPN loves the SEC. ESPN loves USC. USC was on ESPN a lot last year. They were on ESPN a lot. Whenever an ESPN crew goes to a USC game, USC gets sucked off. Honestly, Fox, it depends on who they send. If they send Gus and Klatt, then you're going to see Klatt suck them off. Gus is just going to be like a normal guy. Gus sucks Ohio State off. Klatt sucks Michigan off. Like, the big games in the Big Ten should not be called by Gus and Klatt, regardless of what your guys' opinions on Gus and Klatt are. Give Fowler and Herbie a shot at calling that game. And it should be at night. But no, it's not at night. But dude, like, I genuinely am like, yeah, I'm glad Gus and Klatt don't call Notre Dame games. I'm glad Bauer and Herbie only haven't called Notre Dame games since 2022. Caleb Williams. And they glazed the hell out of him, too. Glazed USC, they glazed Ohio State. Granted, I knew Herbie was going to glaze Ohio State because he always does. He literally played there. Fowler, he glazed Ohio State. He did. And Ohio State fans, if you say Herbie hates Ohio State, no the fuck he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He literally played there. He literally played at Ohio State. And I know damn well Herbie's going to suck him off in a big game that he gets for an Ohio State game. In fact, he didn't even call an Ohio State game this year. I'm really happy he didn't. Man, it would have been unbearable. Anyways, I'm heading out. Kirk herbstreit, you're fucking unhinged. Fuck USC. Anyone but Michigan for the championship. If it's not Michigan, okay, fine. I don't give a shit who wins. But if Michigan's in there, then I'm going to root against Michigan. Anyone but the cheating fucks from Ann Arbor. Anyways, I'm heading out. Peace.